Oh yes, it is definitely a new beginning, a new chapter, a new day, and a new week for all of us. As you can take a swipe at this day, make sure that you aim for perfection.
It's all about being the show that you turn to just to make sure your day starts the right way. And you know, hey, another Monday, people, another Monday, halfway through the month.
Yes, remind us.
Yeah,
How you feeling, Mike and Mary, halfway through the month? You guys excited?
Yeah, I'm feeling salary-ly. I don't think, have you ever heard that word? That's how I'm feeling right now. Like, I can't wait for payday. In millions. In the mighty name of Jesus. That's me pulling a Titi. Oh my God.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the sky is blue. That's why
Amen
we're
to that.
all of you.
Is it Leicester Blue or Chelsea?
Both of them. So incidentally, they also lost the Champions League finals for women. So it's a double loss. Tomorrow, another loss, triple loss. By 29th, quadruple loss.
Please, I'm not part of this conversation because I used to pass bus stops and I know how many of them are Chelsea fans.
But hopefully the weekend was a pleasant one for you and you've gotten over all those moments that, you know, maybe brought you down when it comes to sports. But then there were some fun moments as well. And hey, it's about starting the week with us this Monday.
So don't be as blue as Mike. Hey, the sun's gonna rise in the morning and it's here. We are on the brink of some adventure this week. So hey, let's fill it with plenty of possibilities and stay focused on being productive instead of being busy.
Doubt kills more dreams than
here we go.
failure, people. Doubt kills more dreams than failure. And hey, embrace your dreams. Give it all you've got and watch it come to life.
You bet. Now, we intend as much as possible to lift your spirit up this Monday morning and make every single moment worth your while. My name is Mazino.
And I'm Titi. Remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the show. This is the best breakfast show on Nigerian TV.
Yes. And remember that you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere you might be in the world through our mobile app that you can download from off of Google Play Store or on iOS.
We implore you, follow us across all social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I think we're on some others as well, at TVC Connect. And now, for what we have lined up for you.
Yes, let me let you know that today we have Mary Ogundimu. She is a multiple award-winning speaker trainer and also coach who specializes in using storytelling in deep context to construct everyday narratives and life experiences. She joins us on Motivation to talk about the importance of personal development today. And Olaruwaju Esho is the creative director at Larry Esho Films. He has been privileged to shoot weddings in Beirut, USA, Cape Town, Dubai, and countless weddings in Nigeria. He developed a storytelling approach to weddings and has helped build a thriving industry. Now, he has won numerous awards and notably won the Best Cinematographer, what a mouthful, award at the prestigious Plums Award, if I'm not mistaken.
A wedding. So you talk about weddings, you just think about the costs. And you wonder, maybe that's why Mike is winning it for now. Because I don't know what you're about to say.
No, I want to talk about blue. Yeah, this is blue.
Don't
be so blue. My guys were quiet. Like, you know what? I mean, they were too quiet. Someone says, NERTWFC lost. And this is a very savage guy. He said, Ikoyito Beggar was very free. Because NERTWFC lost. I was like, guys,
no, but
that's below the belt.
Those guys, so there's something about Chelsea and Man U. When they win, nobody else can breathe. Like, it's a direct, should I say, transliteration of who they breed. Like they harass people, insult people.
I saw on Instagram where someone wrote, thank you, Leicester City, for helping us, protecting us against impending noise pollution.
But you know what's funny? Nobody expected Leicester to win, even with the fact that they have a great coach, because they've never won the FA Cup.
What's this one saying?
Never. Like, they've been in existence for 137 years.
Well, there are plenty that expected.
They've never won.
But hey,
so everybody was like, wow.
Congratulations to everybody
especially
who
to
supports Leicester.
Indidi and Iena.
Of course, him too. Cut soup for us.
You know, you said NERT. you said NERTW just now. It just brought into my head this issue of the impending
the impending Okada
ban.
ban. Well, I was hoping that we're going to talk about that for what's up and about.
we'll
There's plenty that we actually have to cover inside of that subject.
And understand it better.
Yes, exactly, because it's not what you think. However, there are definitely going to be some repercussions, let me put it that way. But we're looking forward to that, so maybe you can also
I think
join us
we
on
really need to talk about it. And then
we should.
besides that, I know quite well, like last night, there was something really exciting. So I was stuck on radio because the Max Live took place during the entire duration of my show, 6 to 9 p.m. And it was absolutely amazing. No kidding.
When you say you were stuck, what does that mean?
I could not leave the radio now.
Okay,
because my show is 6 to 9 p.m. on Sunday evening, and that was the exact time for Max Live.
So normally you won't leave. Okay, you won't leave.
It wasn't in the same compound now.
You wanted to be there, that's what you're
yes,
saying.
now I was on air.
I want to say congratulations to everybody who actually made it happen. There are two different stories. The Max Live was a big success. First of the story of the people who were there who made it happen is very different from the story of all of us who were actually at home who watched it online or on TV, on everything. You can see a bit of it that we're showing right now. The Max Live concert. It was virtual mostly. Everybody who was behind the scenes yesterday, thank you very much. Congratulations. We hear the stories. We hear how you guys were really hard at work and everything. What you guys put together is amazing. We loved it. We enjoyed it, even if we're sipping on some beverages while we were watching and you guys were working.
The idea of Max Live, was actually a live band thing. So if you had watched it and if you missed it, you can also watch it on Max FM's YouTube channel. Okay, so just go find Max FM on YouTube. Now, if you watch it, you would see them performing live to their music. No lip sync. Yeah, you could do stuff with the DJ, but it was more of a live band, and that was what stood it out. Like, it was amazing, the experience. Many of them had been rehearsing since Wednesday. I know for sure Skills was rehearsing on Thursday.
Look at Sarah, looking all sexy and everything. It's so beautiful.
You should see what Ella wore. Oh my God. She and Omodia introduced Lekon.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing outfits.
The live effect is so important because it does feel like music had started to take a downturn because of the pandemic. The fact that we can still have concerts, even though they're virtual, is really, really impressive. And, you know, we didn't know what to expect, but they really came out.
I honestly wasn't expecting the pageantry and all glitz and everything. I honestly was not. I thought it was going to be just a cardboard and everything.
We were planning something for weeks. You think it's just going to be
mind-blowing.
What do you mean?
We, as in because you're part of Max FM.
I can't wait for the next one, really.
The next one might take place towards the end of the year. It's hopefully. It's hoped that this can be done more regularly because it was a massive success. Like, we had to sit down and handpick artists. That's how crazy it was. So we already have the next set of artists for the next edition on standby. Wow, I can't wait.
At this point we'll have artists
knocking our doors.
To be on Max
It was well planned. It was well planned. The icons on YouTube and social media.
Oh, wow.
They frustrated themselves, not me. Because at some point, other people had to be like, listen, we love Lekon, but let's enjoy this other performance. Like, they kept going, where is Lekon now? Are you sure Lekon is coming? Are you like, oh, you guys now?
They love their guy.
My God.
And he made an entrance. I saw the entrance. I saw it on social media.
What size of shoes was he wearing this time?
Well, I don't know.
I'm not going to be a part of that.
You get it,
Yeah, I do. Last time,
we love you.
He probably had to use a peg or something to clip.
You guys.
He had an explanation the last time. He said he's got big steps, he's making big steps, so he needed to make that kind of an impression.
Yeah, he is.
While we still have a little bit of time, I wanted to also tell that today is actually World Hypertension Day.
Yes. You know, I told you I was going to mention some things happening today.
And it is very, very important that we take this very importantly because, what did I just say? Because it's an ailment that actually happens where nobody knows when it's coming. Because we often just don't think about it. So do make sure that you have checkups. Regular checkups. You never know. It's a silent killer. You don't want to be.
Help you preempt.
You don't want to be in that position where it's too late already for you.
Very, very
Take care of yourself. Be empathetic to people who are actually suffering this ailment. And
so you might check your BP and it might seem normal and you think you're fine. You might not. If you do certain tests, they'll let you know if you're borderline hypertensive. That way, it helps you to work on it before it gets over the border.
Yes, indeed.
So when it crosses the line is when you're hypertensive. But you can be borderline, meaning you can still fix it if
right,
you do something about it quick.
Now, let's do the news. My name is Mazino Appeal. The Kaduna State government has called the bluff of the NLC, saying that security agencies have been notified and steps would be taken to maintain law and order in the state during the period of the strike. The Commissioner for Local Government in Kaduna also defended the government's decision to disengage thousands of workers, adding that it will reduce government spending. Take a look at this report and we'll be back.
All is now set for a mass rally and strike across Kaduna State following the mass sack, redundancy and casualization of workers in the state. The President, Nigerian Labour Congress, Ayuba Waba, at different fora had called on the Kaduna State government to reverse the recent mass sack of workers, describing it as arbitrary and cruel.
We have already declared that there will be a 5 days withdrawal of services, all services, in public and private services in Kaduna, and that where there is no reversal of this decision, it will follow up by a national withdrawal of services, because we believe he is not alone in this fight against workers. We are aware some governors are part of it, and also some neoliberal forces. So, comrades, we should be prepared for a battle to address this fundamental violation of workers' rights by this governor.
Findings reveals that officers in grade levels 01 to 06 have been converted to casual workers, and a circular has been sent directing that no local government in Kaduna State shall have more than 50 staff in its employ. The state government also effected the compulsory retirement of officers that are 50 years old and above, and the compulsory retirement of officers on grade level 14.
At the local government level, over 7,700 workers are already disengaged. So look at the number and the multiplying effect and the relationship they have with their families. People are already crying, and I think I mentioned that some have already gotten health challenges of hypertension, and equally some are, as I'm talking to in the psychiatric. You can send somebody to go and confirm that. So the situation is very pathetic, it's disturbing, and the worst part of it, they don't have confidence that the government is really looking into this issue with human face.
According to Section 20, subsection 1, 2, and 3 of Nigeria's Labour Act, the employer shall inform the trade union or workers' representatives concerned of the reasons for and the extent of the anticipated redundancy. This appears not too important to the state government. Meanwhile, in line with NLC directives, members of the National Union of Electricity Employees have announced that there will be a total blackout in Kaduna State from 12 a.m. this Saturday, the 15th. Also, the National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers announced total withdrawal of services from Kaduna State from 12 a.m. Sunday, 16th May 2021, following series of anti-labor acts of the Kaduna State Governor, Nasiru El-Rufai. It will be recalled that Kaduna State Governor sacked teachers over 2 years ago and is yet to pay the sacked workers their retirement benefits.
And with that one report, that's as much as we can take for the news.
Now we begin with the leadership newspaper. Panic in Kaduna as residents stockpile foodstuff. Industrial action plunges state environs into darkness. Long queues at filling stations as new pen cuts full supply. NLC president ignores El-Rufai's arrest threat. Talks tough. We are ready for you, governor tells Labour, and all of this is about the strike that is going on. Down here, we see politicians must do more to end insecurity. That's coming from IBB. Headers reject call to relocate to North. And finally, Afenifere committed to a united Nigeria, and that's coming from Adebanjo. Now, those are the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Now, from the leadership newspaper, we move straight to Daily Trust newspaper. Our Daily Trust newspaper says, persecuted at home, Igbo Muslims troop to North for succor. More in North at present than in entire Southeast. Marginalized in civil service, political appointments, many practice Islam secretly. There are no discriminations, and that's coming from the Imo and Enugu governments. Up here, we see gunmen kill 3 policemen, caught away rifles in Delta. Shun antagonism, Jonathan tells northern governors. Down here, we see Atiku to governors, convene National Unity Summit. Down here, we also see regarding the workers' strike, we are ready for you, El Rufai tells NLC PDP. Or your deputy governor says, stop attaching criminality to Fulani. And that's it on the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Moving on to the Daily Times now. Babangida, Jonathan task Buhari others on governance insecurity. And here we also have, still on insecurity, 3 policemen slain as gunmen burn station. 6 commercial banks post 235.4 billion PAT. That's a lot. And then dialogue. Southern governors call for dialogue gets more support. Now, these are the stories in the Daily Times newspaper this morning. Let's see if we can quickly squeeze this one from Business Day. It says, as in NPA, ministerial power play holds up new board for TCN. And the editorial says, in Nigeria, kidnapping is war on education. Agric lending at 5-year high fails to reflect in food prices. Nigeria's pathway from a debilitating petrol subsidy regime. Now, all of these stories you can get from the Business Day newspaper. And that's about it for the newspaper headlines this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll take this quick break and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
And you are welcome. It's What's Up and About, apart from Mike's blue suit this morning. The other things to talk about.
Yeah.
So someday, just very short, someday you guys will have to go and research and do very good research on sports apart from me, and that'll be the topic. But hey, like, moving on.
I know you really want to talk about this.
No. We're done with that.
We've got something very interesting to talk about. This morning, as I was coming to work, I actually was privy. I don't know if privy is a word. Well, I saw a band of Okada riders very early at about 4 a.m. in the morning, and they had like luggage on their backs, and they were heading out of Lagos, you know, towards Berga and everything. It got me thinking, are these guys trying to escape what is the potential ban on Okadas, which we've been hearing since over the weekend?
Or maybe they are just going home from Salah.
But there was about,
it
could be there was about 10 of them.
Just one point before Mazino goes on. It's not these guys, it's Keith and Keen from Mazino. Go ahead.
Wow. I get what you're saying.
Go ahead.
But in any case, so there was to talk about the Okada ban in Lagos. Once again, it should be about the 18th time, maybe a millionth time that we've had this conversation about Lagos banning Okadas. The last one was in 2020, I think January, where they were banned from specific routes in Lagos. Now it's come about again. Only this time it's coming with the information that there's going to be the release of the first last bus scheme, which is supposed to help alleviate the suffering of people when it comes to transportation in Lagos. You've seen the buses.
So I saw this, I don't want to say huge, but large white buses. They are like the BRT. You know, the blue BRT, there are actually 2 types. The not so large and then the large ones. So they were like the large ones. And they were white. So,
they have a TV inside.
When you enter, you find
they're actually pushing the fact that they're going to be very, very comfortable. But the one thing that I'm wondering is, first of all, we have 2 messages being pushed here. The ban on Okadas, I don't know how stringent this is going to be this time or whether it's really a thing. And then the first last bus scheme, which they say is in collaboration with the private sector and all of that. So it actually, people have a stake in it.
Like,
however,
if we had to count, how many Okada bans have we had?
About 6 or so in recent years. Where I'm going is this here, with the Okada ban and then the introduction of these buses, is it going to actually help with the inner routes of Lagos as we know Lagos to be, where an Okada can get you, these buses can't get you? Is that going to be a solution? We're talking about pregnant women on Okadas just this morning, weren't we, Mike?
So I saw, I think recently saw on my route, and that's why I would say for the one, on my route where there are options, I see where I see a pregnant woman or a nursing mother with her kid on the bike, and it's keke. I'm talking about the route 2, and I'm like, look, I always start feeling there's this anxiety that comes up. There's this, I start feeling somehow like, look, what if anything happens? I've been on a friend just 2 days ago. She was on a bike accident where she was on hold up and she was trying to get somewhere else, and boom, pothole that bike was trying to race with another bike, and she was on the ground. You know, what if she was carrying a kid and all of that? You know?
Yeah.
But then, you see, like you said, the message looks, you know, like the buses are not an alternative. Maybe it's a different scheme and it should not be mentioned in the same breath.
Same breath, yeah.
You know, it's a difference.
It does feel a little, in a sense, kind of insensitive for many people, especially the lower percentile. When it comes to those areas where the bus stops are really far, especially those places where there are no tarred roads. And there are a lot more of those places than you can ever imagine. So obviously these new buses won't be able to ply those routes. So what are the solutions?
And these new buses, are they going to take out the yellow buses? I know that in due time, it will.
At some point, the yellow buses will go out.
Yeah. Definitely. But
the issue here is this. As much as it is extremely expedient to take out the bikes, because they do more damage than good, realistically. The fact remains that they are also lifesavers for many people. So you stop at a bus stop, even if we want to mention the UK, the closest you, where you have to walk, it doesn't have to be a long walk from the bus stop to your house, because the planning is done right. So there are routes that the buses will take that if you even had to walk, it'd probably be like from down this road to this place. So it's not so bad. So wait, but when you are now living in an area where you need to walk inside, there's no option of
how does it work in other countries? Do they have Okadas in other countries?
That's what I'm saying. Proper planning.
Have you lived in Abuja before?
Proper planning.
That's did you hear what I said just now?
The Abuja instance here. The
Planning.
Abuja instance, this must be a decade now that Okadas were banned in Abuja, and they have figured out a way to actually live around it. I was in Abuja 3 weeks ago, and it's very interesting to note that transport in Abuja is actually rather cheap compared to Lagos.
Cheap.
Very
when
cheap.
you say you're paying 200,
yeah, I'm like, I was shocked. I'm like, wow, I'm
But then again, there's less traffic there.
There's less traffic.
There's a lot more fuel burnt here. Yeah, there's a lot more fuel burnt here.
So this is
even where there's no fuel,
this is something that
being burned in
let's
Lagos.
be truthful, this is something that I feel like at this point, with all due respect to them, they are not yet very sure of how to exactly solve the transportation issue in Lagos.
I think that translates in their communication, the way they say it's going to be a gradual phasing off, or rather a gradual introduction of these buses, because they're only releasing 500 as yet, and then there's 1,500 to come. But would those 2,000 even still be enough?
Enough. See, as every city is unique in its own way. If we've planned and learned to use the waterways very well, from the mainland to the island, do you know how much you could cut out traffic on 3rd Mainland Bridge if people trust the waterways?
That's what I was going to say, that the waterways exist. It's not that people don't
trust
Have you ever been on the waterways?
Yeah, in my dreams.
So I've had this,
and in pictures and videos.
I've had this movement. I've gone to Takwa Bay once or twice where you had to go via the boat, but people don't trust them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but if we can make that segment viable, and of course, it's going to show up a lot.
The Lagos State government has also tried in that endeavor.
They have. I mean, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, when they went for their match, it was a PR thing. They went through the waters, even though it was not well planned.
They've got something going in the UK government too, as well, to help alleviate this transportation
I guess we want to see more of these alternatives being encouraged.
Exactly.
You know, I
the
guess
trains,
that's going to
the monorail that's been
hinterland.
there for so long. Oh my gosh.
So hey, tell us what you think. You might want to send us a message. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC regarding this. We'd love to respond to that. We'll be back. Let's take a break.
All right, moving on from that now, we have motivation this Monday morning. Mary Ogundimo, a multi-award-winning speaker, trainer, and coach who specializes in using storytelling and deep context to reconstruct everyday experiences, is here this morning, and we're talking about personal development. That's a very, very, very broad range, broad topic and all of that. But personal development, where do we kick off from now? How important is it for us to develop ourselves personally?
Thank you very much, Mike. It's great to be here once again. For every individual who is aiming to get better, who is aiming to get to a certain level in life, personal development is extremely, very, very important. Yes.
Now, the criterion for measuring is different for different people. You know, someone tells you that, look, you don't have to show it, in this age of social media. People want to say, okay, at 21, I have my bachelor's degree. At 23, I have my MBA. At 25, maybe a PhD or something. And, people feel like, okay, this is me moving forward. This is success. This is development for me and all of that. what criteria should we use to rate or understand personal development?
Okay, so thank you for that question, and it's going to make me say something. Because you said it's personal development, keep it personal. It is personal development. So it is you. It's not about the other person. It's not about the age of the other person achieved a particular thing. It is about you. It is personal. And so that's why you need to focus on your own journey. So the question is, where do I want to be part-time? It is not where is my friend at this time. It is not, oh, where is my brother or where's my sister. It is me. Where do I want to get to, or where am I meant to be? So personal development is a lifelong process. At every point in time, it will always come to play, because it is on that basis you now begin to build blocks for your own life. So it is personal. So leave it personal.
Leave it personal. So that means that you always have to rate yourself at every point in time.
Definitely.
According to where you were at a particular point in time. So what tips can people get to use? Because look, that's something that's not always so easy. We don't always like telling ourselves the truth. But okay, maybe somewhere, maybe it had to do with maybe fitness or something, or maybe finances and all of that. What steps can you take to actually put yourself in that state where you can ensure that you have developed over a period of time?
So before you even go to say that these are the steps I want to, put in place, I think it's very fundamental that everyone has their own goals. Like, this is my goal. This is what I want to achieve. This is where I want to get to.
Start with your goal.
You start with a goal.
Okay.
So when you're starting with a goal, you're not just casting it in the air to say, oh, you know what, at 25, I want to be this, or at 28, I want to be this. For everyone who is doing any goal setting, I like to always emphasize the fact that it's not only about setting goals, it's about the strategies with which you're going to achieve that goal. So again, personal development is going to come in. So when you say, I want to achieve this particular goal at 28, so take, for instance, you're 25 right now, and you're like, okay, I have 3 years. The question is, what and what do I need to do to help me to get to this goal, or to help me to achieve this goal within the period of time I have?
That you
so it's not about just setting goals. You have to ensure you set strategies to achieve those goals.
Time-driven goals. So there has to be a deadline.
Definitely.
That would actually ensure you and give you a check. Now, when it comes to this one, like, yes, we know it is personal, but these things are not so easy to check on our own. I know people have things like accountability partners.
Definitely.
Or maybe mentors that they can talk to and all of that. Where can that come in, and where can it come in?
Yes, in fact, it should come in, because you want someone to always put you on your toes. You want someone to check on you, to say, oh, okay, how are you doing?
How are you doing?
The relevance of a mentor is to up you check, to tell you, okay, you're doing well. Well, I don't think what you did is right. You can do it this way. A mentor is there to guide you. A mentor is not going to say, okay, this is it and you have to do it this way. A mentor is not necessarily going to force you against your will. It's still going to be about you, because what a mentor should do, a mentor is meant to mentor you, not like I'm living your life or you are living my life. No, that's not how it is. I'm a mentor. It doesn't mean that I will begin to live your life for you. I'm just here to guide you. I'm here to place you on the right path, probably because maybe I've been through that journey before, and I probably know better in that terrain. So I want to say, you know what? These are the mistakes you should not make. These were the things I went through when I was on that journey, and this was how I was able to go about it. So a mentor is actually there to guide you.
All right, but we always have that thing that no matter as much as it is personal, we always, something in the back of mind wants to compare us with what the other person has achieved. I mean, you're thinking about it like, oh, yes, there's always that niggling thought behind at the back of your mind, because really it's personal, yeah, but you have, so we tend to, maybe, I don't know how to put it now, but we tend to feel fulfilled when, as against normal standard, we've done better than what is applicable outside.
Okay. Yeah, so it's okay to be inspired by people. It's okay to, be motivated by other people's success. And I think at this point, I'm just going to say that success is really relative to you. What is your own apex? What is your own height? What is that dream that you personally are pursuing? It's okay to look at other people to say, oh, you know what, I really want to be like that person. But the truth is, there will be steps. So it's not like you just want to be like that person and then you will just jump in and you're just like, you know what, I really want to be like that person. That person you're aiming to be like, definitely went through some steps. It's not going to be rocket science, and it's not going to be magic. So you need to be ready to follow the process.
Thank you, Mary. That was
Thank
wonderful.
you so
We'll see you
much.
next time.
Thank you.
That's all we can take on motivation this morning. Titi and Mazino will continue the motivation when they get back at top of the hour.
And a carryover from the motivation which we just finished with Mike and Mary. Today is the opportunity you need to build the tomorrow that you want. You don't have to see the entire stair. All you just need to do is take that first step. Mike, how's that for you?
Yeah, yeah.
As you set up yourself to say whatever you are saying, very well.
I will not.
Like, wow, I like.
So Mike is going to make me tell you what I wanted to tell you off air.
But you know, I love your poise. You know,
So I was like, I like Mazino's poise. And then the next thing you moved your leg, and I was like, you see now.
Thank you very much.
That was Mike. So
He
blame it
was
on
trying
him.
to take the step he was talking about.
What
There you go.
step?
Yeah, he was trying to demonstrate the step. Take that step. you know.
Don't leave us.
Good morning, everyone. Now, once more, welcome to the second hour of the premium family breakfast show that you need. This is the best one on Nigerian TV. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah, well, we hope that you downloaded all the goodies and that we have for offer on all of our apps and everything. Hey, we want you guys to know that this is the moment that you've been looking for every single Monday here, every single morning here. All right, so hey, let us go out there and achieve what we have to do. Go digging for gold this Monday morning.
Yeah, it's about time you remember that every edition of this show has been curated for your viewing pleasure.
Yes, indeed, making everything we do about you. After all, you are the reason that we are here every single day. Monday to Friday, and even on Saturdays when we have to do the omnibus.
Well, we hope that what we have in store for you for the next 45 minutes will do enough justice to keep you tuned in for the rest of the week. My name is Titi Onyison.
And my name is Mazino Appeal. And remember that you can always use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC on all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show that you can ever find on Nigerian television.
Watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world. Use our mobile app, so you can download that for Google Play or iOS. And of course, you can follow us across all social media handles. That's for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at TVC Connect.
Yes, what she said. So let's tell you what we have for the rest of the show.
Olarinwaju Esho is the creative director of Larry Esho Films. He's been privileged to shoot weddings in Beirut, US, Cape Town, Dubai, and countless weddings in Nigeria. He's developed a storytelling approach to weddings and has helped to build a thriving industry. He's won numerous awards, notably the Best Cinematographer Award for the prestigious Apoem Awards. We're going to be talking to him a little later on today on SME.
Oh,
So
wow.
now
Yeah.
talking about SME, besides shaking tail feathers in front of the TV screen, I
Wow.
wanted to mention that
You were
today
was a
is
cut.
actually work from home day. I know
Oh,
so many
for
people
real?
have been doing that for over a year
Exactly.
now.
Yeah,
But
work
today
from
is
home year.
actually that day when people are supposed to work from home. But now it's become more of a permanent thing for many people. It's also World Baking Day.
So-
And interestingly, it's also World Day against homophobia,
Oh.
biphobia, and transphobia.
Oh, goodness.
So like, just there was this time when before you had come, when Mary always had this every day.
Every day, day,
We just like 5 or 6. I'm like, who says these things? Someone just stands up and says, okay, they come with, it is World Looking Under Your Bed Day. So today everyone should look under their bed.
But there was one last week, World Barefoot Day. So you're supposed to like walk around barefoot for a while, so you can know what people who walk around barefoot actually
Feel like.
So have you heard the
feel
correlation
like.
between walking about barefoot and
What?
some parts of your body?
Oh, what?
Certain
That your
massages.
foot,
you
Yeah.
get.
your
Yeah.
foot
Yeah.
actually,
Walking
your foot's
about
actually
barefoot, yes.
connected
it
to
does.
every
Not every part. There's a particular part.
I don't know
Wow.
about that.
What is wrong with you, Mike, this
So
morning?
there are the foot fetish people. Yeah,
we're
some
going
pe-
there.
yeah. I'm saying it. Like some people are really attracted to feet.
Yes,
You telling
we
us
are.
stuff.
No, come on, not
You
me.
actually are.
Not
yes,
me.
I think you are.
Not me. Not me. But so there was it was a show I was watching where a particular guy was just always looking at this lady's feet, and it was really really odd. I don't know.
I
I
think
know
we all have
about
our
there are some
individual-
guys that look at the face, some look at the chest, some look at the behind, but this guy was looking at the feet.
And you know there was a time when ankles were the thing.
Oh my god.
The
Which is
tinier
why-
your ankles are, the more beautiful you're believed to be. Like,
I don't
Which
know,
is
it's
why,
weird.
that statement, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, is a very,
Very good.
it's one size fits all statement.
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you guys what. Let's do a little fact finding. Maybe somewhere in there we'll find out exactly when it's going to be World Commando Day.
I swear.
And you are welcome for a Monday here, second hour. Let's do the news. My name is Mazino Appeal. Now, the Kaduna state government has called the bluff of the NLC, saying that security agencies have been notified and steps would be taken to maintain law and order in the state during the period of its strike. The commissioner for local government in Kaduna also defended the government's decision to disengage thousands of workers, adding that it will reduce government spending. Let's do a little bit of the report here.
Describing it as arbitrary and cruel.
We have already declared that there will be a 5 days withdrawal of services, all services, in public and private services in Kaduna, and that where there is no reversal of this decision, it will follow up by a national withdrawal of services, because we believe he is not alone in this fight against workers. We are aware some governors are part of it, and also some neoliberal forces. So, comrades, we should be prepared for a battle to address this fundamental violation of workers' rights by this governor.
Findings reveals that officers in grade levels 01 to 06 have been converted to casual workers, and a circular has been sent directing that no local government in Kaduna State shall have more than 50 staff in its employ. The state government also effected the compulsory retirement of officers that are 50 years old and above, and the compulsory retirement of officers on grade level 14.
At the local government level, over 7,700 workers are already disengaged. So look at the number and the multiplying effect and the relationship they have with their families. People are already crying. And I think I mentioned that some have already gotten health challenges of hypertension. And equally, some are, as I'm talking to in the psychiatric, you can send somebody to go and confirm that. So the situation is very pathetic. It's disturbing. And the worst part of it, they don't have confidence that the government is really looking into this issue with human face.
According to Section 20, subsection 1, 2, and 3 of Nigeria's Labour Act, the employer shall inform the trade union or workers' representatives concerned of the reasons for and the extent of the anticipated redundancy. This appears not too important to the state government. Meanwhile, in line with NLC directives, members of the National Union of Electricity Employees have announced that there will be a total blackout in Kaduna State from 12 a.m. this Saturday, the 15th. Also, the National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers announced total withdrawal of services from Kaduna State from 12 a.m. Sunday, 16th May 2021, following series of anti-labor acts of the Kaduna State Governor, Nasiru El-Rufai. It will be recalled that Kaduna State Governor sacked teachers over 2 years ago and is yet to pay the sacked workers their retirement benefits.
And that's as much as we can take for the news this morning. And you're welcome back into our SME segment for a Monday. We do this every single Monday. So if you're out there and you're wondering what it is you're going to perhaps maybe put your passion to and help you make money, well, this is the segment you should be watching. Today we have with us Olariwaju Esho. He is the creative director at Larry Esho Films. He has been privileged to shoot weddings in Beirut, USA, Cape Town, and Dubai. And not just that, he also shoots documentaries and much more we'll be finding out from him. He developed a storytelling approach to weddings especially and has helped build a thriving industry therein. He has won numerous awards and notably won the Best Cinematographer, that's a mouthful for me, awards at the prestigious APOEM Awards, and he's currently signed as an ambassador to sunny Middle East and Africa. You are welcome, Larry.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You and I have a bit of a backstory.
Yeah, a
We've
bit.
known each other for the better part of a decade, over 6 years.
True.
However, this is the first time we're meeting.
Strangely. Strangely
It's
so.
interesting because you reached out to me on social media and you wanted me to
Yeah.
do something for one of the films that you were putting together. And
Yes.
that's how our relationship started. It was fantastic to finally meet you.
In here.
Personally. Let's talk about your passion. Let's talk about film and the industry which you have been a big part of so far. Now you're a private, you have a private endeavor, and films is it's an art, of course. but you also make plenty of money from it. I said plenty, by the way. This is true, isn't it?
Well, plenty is relative.
Tell us about Larry Films.
Well, so Larry Films started as a side hustle. Right out of school, I got into a telecom company, and I worked there for about 11 plus years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, but towards the end of my work there, I got into the media department, and I began to, pick my hands on cameras and graphics and stuff like that. And, I just thought about it that it would be nice to make some side money on the weekends shooting weddings, because I stumbled on a wedding film online.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can try this, And surprisingly, it was kind of new back then.
Yeah.
This was like 6-7 years ago. And yes, I mean, there were normal wedding coverages, but
not like the way you put it.
Not like wedding films per se.
There's a certain art to the way you shoot wedding videos, or even just the pictures. You create a story that is so embracing, gives you, it makes you relate to the couple themselves, which I've seen many times. Very interesting. Now, this has become your niche, let me put it so.
Yes.
And it's something people come to you for almost all the time. They want you to do their wedding videos. And that's where the money comes in, which is what I referred to. Here on the SME segment, we always like to have experienced people like you give people a heads up on how they can get started themselves. So Larry Films started this way. What about me, who perhaps maybe only has this as a device? What can I do to start my own thriving film business?
Well, like they say, the best camera you have is the one with you. There have been films, that has gone to win Oscars with very, very little budget, and so it's not so much about the gears; it's how you can tell the stories. I mean, in this current time that you have a lot of comedians on social media, and they make beautiful videos just with their phones. And, they cut across a lot of people. So it's not so much about what you have, but it's about how you can create with it.
Yeah, okay.
How you can translate what's in your head and bring it to life.
Oh, wow. Do I need to invest that much into my equipment?
Well, at some point you will have to buy some of these things, or probably rent. If you don't want to invest heavily on them. But it's more about what you want will determine what exactly you need to do the job. For a wedding cinematography like myself, I don't need the very expensive film cameras to achieve this, to achieve what I do. Unlike when you want to go into films that you probably want to shoot on a Red or on a Re Alexa or whatsoever, So it comes down to what you want to do and getting the right tools for the job.
Let's talk about your clientele. I mean, do you really make these trips on their expense? You've been to Dubai, US, and all of that?
Oh, yes.
Shooting weddings. Are you serious?
Yes. I shot 6 weddings in Dubai, and I like to tell myself that I go on vacation on clients' bills. So, I mean, I didn't start out that way. I didn't know it was going to end up that way. Like I said earlier, it was a side hustle.
Yeah.
But it got better. And with the advent of social media, it picked up really fast. And yes.
So, big question here, and I really hope you be very honest and you tell us,
Sure.
please. How much exactly do you charge for these piece of art? Everybody in the studio, we want to know. I mean, seriously. How much do you charge if you're going to put together something like that for anybody? In Nigeria, first of all, then we'll talk about the one for outside Nigeria.
Okay, so
he breathes in.
My base price is like 600K upwards.
Whoa! 600,000 naira to put
for a wedding.
That's like a small movie.
Well, I mean, we shoot it in one day, but we deliver about between 5 to 20 minutes of film from it. So yes.
And when you say we, you're talking about?
Oh, I have a team. I have a team. I don't shoot wedding all by myself.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, I've done that in the past when, but I mean, I have a team now. I have editors. It's a small company that employs about, close to 10 people currently. Okay. So it's a team. Okay. And so when we go out, you want to have different angles to your event. Okay. So you want to close, you want wide, you want,
so you have all these people strategically put in different places just to get capture all these shots.
To put it together.
Now, it took you about 6 years to get here.
Yes.
For the one man who's just starting with one camera, however, he's looking at how long to really get to that stage. Is there a faster route, or how long can he go with his one camera?
Well, you might need more than one camera. Well, if it's a small wedding, you might get away with one camera. But if you must shoot the Owambe's kind of weddings in Nigeria, you probably need more than that. You probably need a team of 3 or 4 to ensure that you get good coverage for those kind of events. And for someone starting up, I can remember my first couple of weddings. I actually shot a couple of weddings for free. Just so that I could have a portfolio, So, and as I began to shoot more and more of those weddings, I had more portfolio that I could put online. So it's not just for you to produce this content, you also need to put it out there. I've had times where I needed to sponsor some of my posts on Instagram, on Facebook, and the likes. Just so that I can get traction. And I will say quite a big chunk of my clients come from referrals and social media.
Okay, good. Tell you what we'll do. Let's take a break. When we come back, we might also show some of your work and some of your material, and then we'll continue this for after. So do stay tuned if you guys want to see some of what Larry Esho does with his camera. Wow, I'm not sure if that was a wedding video or a movie. That was so pristine.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. And that was where, by the way?
That was Marrakesh. Morocco, yeah.
You get around, man.
Well, I try.
Wow, that's beautiful. I'm sure a lot of people out there as well are very encouraged, especially if they're into this industry, that they can get that far with the art. And often art is something that you're passionate about, and that you make money out of it. That's fantastic. So you have a team of people, and Mary was very curious. She asked that I ask you this. I know you put people in certain strategic positions when you're filming.
Yes.
But have you ever subtracted yourself from that equation? Do you trust your team enough to carry out a fantastic job?
Oh, yes. There have been times that on a weekend we have 2 gigs.
Oh, okay.
And I have a team now that I can send to a wedding, and I'm completely not there.
But you really have to trust them. And that's because you must have trained them.
Oh, these guys have been with me for 3-4 years. So they've really understood how we should, our approach to weddings. So they know exactly what to do. They know what angles to take.
So do you consider yourself a trainer at this point?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. We do trainings twice every month.
Okay.
Just so that we can review some of our work, where the lapses are. There's a lot of components that go into stuff like this. The cameras are there. Audio is very important. Actually, more important sometimes than even the cameras itself, because as beautiful as that is, if the audio is crappy, you'll probably not watch it, 30 seconds. So.
That is very interesting, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there who are taking sample from everything that they've seen and also meeting you here on our show, and I'm sure that they have your handle and they can reach out to you if they need any heads up on anything. Well, fantastic, man, Larry. Great to meet you. Great work that you put out there, and would love to see more. And I really have to start charging you more for the voiceovers. That's all I'll say. I don't know if you agree with me, Mary and Mike.
Skeptical telling you
Mary and Mike, this guy doesn't pay me that much when I see 100,000 base. What do you guys think? I don't know. Am I?
Yeah. So that was the trick to ask him. Well done. But seriously, Larry, Mazino is a top broadcaster.
Premium.
So I wanted to ask a question now. Why do you send people the US weddings,
The ones in the bag, do you send those people there? Do you send them for those ones?
Have you ever sent any of them?
Well, I have traveled with some of them because most of the weddings, I will always need a second shooter.
Okay.
Yes. So, yes, I travel with some of my guys when
Well
they
done.
need to come.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you
Well
very
done.
much, Larry.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
very
having
much,
me,
everybody
guys.
out there. Thank you, everybody who's watching, everybody who's in house. And hey, guys, let's say our goodbyes. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for
See you
Tuesday
tomorrow.
edition.
Bye.